We are covering a disturbing case out of Alaska. Brian Stephen Smith is accused of killing 2 indigenous women, allegedly calling himself a serial killer. Court TV's Julie Grant gets us caught up on the case.
Brian Smith is accused of murdering 2 Alaska Native women, videotaping one of the murders with his cell phone.
It showed her laying on the ground on the rug, and she was like all beat up. I mean, her face was not even recognizable.
This is Valerie Kessler. At the time, she was living in a tent. She says she accepted a ride from the suspect, Brian Smith, and took his phone, thinking she could trade it in for something.
And I had been like up drinking and getting high for like 2 weeks straight. Okay. So, and then I turned it on, and I was like sober in like less than 5 minutes.
The gruesome video and picture she saw on his phone sickened her. And she saved the contents to an SD card and turned it over to police.
My impression was that this is a very serious matter and that our homicide unit needed to be informed.
The investigation led to first and second-degree murder charges against Smith.
We asked the grand jury to make a special finding regarding substantial torture. That special finding that the grand jury made, if Mr. Smith is convicted, and that finding is upheld by the sentencing judge, could subject him to a mandatory minimum 99-year sentence.
Kessler said she didn't see the man in the video, but he had an accent, just like the suspect.
What specifically stood out about the man to you, as far as physical features or voice?
His accent.
Okay, and what was it? Describe it.
It sounded like European or something.
At one point, the man says, quote, "In my movies, everybody always dies. What are my followers going to think of me? People need to know when they are being serial killed." And while he strangled and beat the woman to death, he was careful not to show his face. But according to court documents, police recognized the voice as that of Brian Smith, who they knew from a previous investigation. The woman in the video was 30-year-old Kathleen Henry. Her remains were found near a highway weeks after police were handed the memory card. Investigators arrested Smith on October 8, 2019, and while being interrogated, he allegedly confessed to the murder of another woman.
Veronica Abachuk. She's 52 years old. Her family reported her missing. She had last been seen by her family in July of 2018.
Abachuk and Henry were both from small villages in Alaska and had experienced homelessness.
I just want to, on behalf of the entire extended Alaska law enforcement team, offer our sincere condolences to the families of the victims in this case.
Smith has pleaded not guilty.
Now, the jury saw one of 12 videos taken of that murder. We can't show you the video, but here's some of the audio, and this is a warning. This may be disturbing to listen to.
No, come on. No. We're going on for no. She's like half an hour at least now. We're going on half an hour now. Come on, please, man. Jesus. Yeah, that's it. Just do it. Just take it, swallow it. Just do a nimble shot while we at your, do like an angle, like an action shot. Okay, we did the nimble shot. You live. You die. You live. You die. You live. You die. Sadly, in my movies, everyone dies. I get the Oscar. I'll leave you. Okay, so please just finish on time.
I'm speechless. I mean, it's just incredible. Let me bring back in Corey Pegues. Eric Fatt is still with me. Corey Pegues, I'll start with you. I mean, the thing that got me is, first of all, listening to that. It's like out of a movie. Obviously, the guy thinks he's in a movie. And if you notice, his own attorney couldn't even look at this as what was going on. Again, there's a visual here that this jury is getting to see, and that man was watching, and he could not take his eyes off it. Even the guard there, the bailiff couldn't even look at it. He was looking at the back of the guy's head. Corey, what did you make of what you just saw?
Well, that's not uncommon with these serial killers, these deranged killers. It's like a trophy. He was intensely watching the video because it was part of his work. Inside, he's like, yeah, that's my work. That's what I did. They're sick, they're depraved mind individuals. And that's why he was so fixated on looking at the video.
Yeah, he looked like he was getting some kind of pleasure out of it. It's weird. Eric, I want to play some of his interrogation video, just because this guy, the questioning here goes towards what might have triggered him to do what they were watching there on the video. This is, again, his interrogation video. And remember, the voice is how they're able to identify him. You don't see his face, but let's listen.
She triggered me in some way. So I don't know what to trigger me like that.
Okay.
But I don't know.
So you've had issues with rejection. Maybe in the video, the picture that you took, she looks like she's either done or not gonna have sex with you. I don't know. Or you're setting the camera up to get started. That's what it looks like.
Coming out of my stomach.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's probably us getting ready to go do.
Like you're gonna video whatever it is that you're gonna do with her. And then what happened? You know what I mean? Well, how did it get from her laying on the bed waiting for you, you getting your camera set up to go over there and get it on with her and entertain it, to...
I don't know.
Was it as simple as her turning over and saying, I'm not in the mood anymore, I'm not tonight?
I've had rejection.
You've had rejection, yeah, but not in this scenario where you're out here in this room, where you're in a room where it's like all rules are off, it's all, everything's...
I've never reacted.
We do whatever we want.
I've never reacted. The few times in my life that I've gotten violent, I instantly backed out.
This isn't you having a flash of violence.
So
this is at least 30 minutes of video of you honestly torturing and choking this person and having a conversation with her and other people while you're doing it.
Yeah, but I was saying, I'm answering your thing, that something triggered me, and something couldn't have triggered me to do that.
Eric, this guy is a special case. I mean, he's sitting there and he's explaining to them he did this. He's trying to say she triggered me. He's filming his activities. He told police he was going to make them famous when he told them about another killing. They've only got 2 so far. I would venture to say there's more. At the very least, glad he got caught. This is in Alaska, indigenous women. There may be more victims out there, but I'm sure there would have been more had he not been caught.
Yeah, I mean, this is chilling stuff. This is evil incarnate. You can just hear it in his voice. Like Corey said, he's taking pleasure in the ongoing suffering and torture of another human being. He's a predator who is preying upon the most vulnerable folks up where he lives. And, it kind of reminds me of the Rex Hurlman case, the Long Island serial killer who's alleged to have killed a number of folks who are similarly situated. And, thank heavens they intervened, but I would not be surprised if we hear about more incidents involving Brian Smith.
Yeah, there's probably a lot of bodies on that trail. Eventually, maybe he'll give them up. Then you have to ask the question, Corey, why are we even at trial? He's admitted to the killings. And yet here we are at trial, giving him his day in court. Everyone deserves that at the end of the day, but you wonder why we're wasting resources on this guy.
Well, listen, that's the court. That's the law of the land. We have to give him his day in court. And it is what it is. He wants this to drag out. Eric, Michael, y'all know this. Y'all are lawyers. Y'all been in a courtroom. Like, some of these people, they want this stuff to drag out. They want America's eyes fixated on his trial so they can see what he did. In his mind, he's a hero, which we know that he's depraved mind, and he's going to a special place on the H train. And I'm not talking about the H train to heaven.
Yeah, no doubt about it. It's almost like, again, giving him his day in court is like giving him exactly what he wants on some level. But you got to do what you got.